Welcome to Just Us Bees. We're three lifelong friends who've been talking nonsense for years. Finally decided to put Mike in front of us. Here, we break down everything from music, movies, and TV to sports and the latest in pop culture, with just the right mix of hot takes, humor, and some good old-fashioned banter. If you love a great debate, random deep dives, and unfiltered fun, you're in the right place. So grab a seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. This is Just Us Bees.
Do you have the script?
Yeah, let me.
Just Us Bees episode 3.
I'm gonna get it on my phone.
Just Us Bees episode 3.
Is that it? Okay, that's the intro. There we go.
No, I had Rick handle it. So
you're like, welcome.
Yo, that's not bad.
Just go for it.
That was like the boxing announcement.
Exactly.
I can't make it
Ladies
sound like
and
I'm
gentlemen, welcome to Just Us Bees.
All right. You know what we're not doing.
Yes, there you go.
All right. Try to make it seem like you're not reading it. That's the hard part.
Well, I haven't memorized it though.
Yeah, I know,
All
but
right,
put some in.
All right. Welcome to Just Us Bees. We're three lifelong friends who've been. That already sounds like I'm reading it.
That's why sometimes you need to do this like
two.
on your own. Okay.
Two. My wife would have practiced this 30 times in front of a
Dude,
mirror.
she's so good in front of the camera.
And by the time we should just have her do it, honestly. It'd probably be a lot better.
Let
me try again. Welcome to Just Us Bees. We're three lifelong friends who've been talking nonsense for years, finally decided to put a mic in front of us. Here we break down everything from music, movies, and TV and sports to the latest in pop culture with just the right mix of hot takes, humor, and some good old-fashioned banter. If you love great debate, random deep dives, and unfiltered fun, you're in the right place. So grab a seat, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. This is Just Us Bees.
Heyo.
That was good. That was good.
Not bad.
Not bad, baby.
That's it. That's episode 3.
Let's fucking start.
Let's start. Okay. All right, get into it.
I guess we'll do the other auditions next week.
Also, I did learn, and this could be in the pod, whatever, but you listen to Rogan's thing, and
Yes.
I didn't listen to Vinny's thing, but our friend Vinny who has a pod. But
Yep.
I think the shorter the better.
Yeah.
You just get into it, and at the top you say, "Hey, we're talking about this week. We're going to talk about Severance, the penultimate episode, right? Episode 9."
Yep.
And then whatever. I don't really know what else we're talking.
So
about.
have that intro and then say what we're going to.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you grab them within the first 30 seconds, right? They know what we're going to talk about. Oh, that's something I wanted to listen to, I guess.
I was thinking about just changing the
really
overlay on that video, regardless of what the voice is. I was thinking about changing the overlay, just featuring what episode 3 is and what's going to be covered in the visual while the voice is
that
doing
works.
it.
Yeah, that works too.
I mean, so far between me and AI's winning. So
Hard to beat Rick, man. Rick is a trained professional.
Fucking Rick.
Wait,
I
so
never had a chance.
What did you describe the kind of voice you wanted, or that's an option?
Oh well, no, it was an option.
Oh, okay.
But the it says somber or Rick.
Try it again.
No, it said
sexier.
somber and professional. That's what Rick. That's what Rick brings. So I liked Rick. I don't know, but we can do different ones too. But
all right, sweet.
Yeah. So this week we wanted to hit Severance 9. I know that was 6 days ago now, but it's actually a perfect time to talk about it because tomorrow is the finale.
I've had some time to digest it.
That's all good.
I saw a preview on TikTok and immediately stopped watching it because I did not want to preview.
Ooh, I never. Yeah, dude, I have this thing against spoilers, which I think
Everybody does.
Completely fair.
No one likes a spoiler, right? But I even hate Michael will say, and nothing against what he's saying because it's a normal person talking, but he goes, you got to watch this. It was great. And even that, I'm like, I don't want to know it's great. That just literally for me.
Yeah.
But that's just me being weird, right? So trailers are the worst. They show you the whole, I mean, in movies more so, but I don't know what the show one showed you, but it's too
I'm
much.
not going to say.
So as someone that sends you a lot of things to watch or asks if you watch them, what would be the best way to do it as to not even hint at a spoiler?
Yeah, just
do nothing.
Yeah, just no. Hey, no. Say, yeah, that's true. How do you even say this is?
Hey, have you watched this? Just wondering.
That's it.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know. I didn't want
whether you did or didn't. No,
yeah.
See, that's already too much. God.
Wait, and then so Bill Murray was on Rogan, and Bill Murray had 3 movies he wanted to promote, and one of them they watched the trailer for, and he was like, "That's." And after the trailer played, they're like, "He's like, that sucked. That showed the whole fucking movie." I think movie trailers are the worst, but
yeah.
But anyway,
I'm hoping the new Superman movie is going to be better than the trailer because the trailer just
Wait.
is like it looked all over the place.
I don't know. Wait.
They're doing
who's-
it. They're doing a new
new
one.
guy,
They should just stop.
Who is it? Who's super?
Never seen him before.
It's some actor that had I don't know his name, but he had something before this, I guess. For
Okay.
a couple things. Like he seems to be well known.
But
I
not
don't know.
super famous, I guess. Maybe.
I don't think so, but known.
But known, yeah.
Danny's already on it.
David Corn Sweat.
Not a
say it.
household name. Not a household name.
Didn't have that on my bingo card.
Yeah. What? Wait.
David Pitt Sweat.
He's 31 from Philadelphia.
Playing Superman.
Looking at his filmography, he was in Twisters.
Yes, that's what I saw. I mean, that's not even that big.
You
of a
saw
deal either.
Twisters?
No, that's what I saw that he was. in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I wanted to watch it. I know that sucks.
You know what Twisters
I
would do?
wanted-
It would keep you awake on a plane. I bet.
You would definitely need your Xannies
All
and
right.
your Drinkies.
Twister was very good.
Twister is such a good movie.
Yeah.
They-
Also, I was just talking about this at work today. Like, if we wrote even like a 5 out of 10 script and sent it to Hollywood, like we'd probably have a movie contract tomorrow because they have no more ideas. They're completely out. Like,
Who is this friend?
oh no, we were just like talking about the Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. Like, it looks cool, like all the stuff. And then I heard that they remade fucking. Oh my god, I can't even remember what it was.
Oh, you just mean all the sequels, all the
White
remakes.
Men Can't Jump. Did you know they remade that?
Yeah, they
No.
made it with.
But my point is, like, they have no ideas.
I know
They got nothing.
it's tough.
well,
because,
but then you have a show like Severance, which is completely fresh.
But no TV. That
yeah.
why can't they get an idea
Oh,
This is
like-
movies. Yeah.
for that? Like,
I gotcha.
instead of pitching for TV, it'd be like, let's make it a feature, like a 2-hour. Like,
Yeah. It's
He-
tough. I notice anyone outside of Christopher Nolan does not get
Yeah.
to do original stories at all.
Yeah.
Nobody. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Does Steven Spielberg still make movies? Because I feel like he drops
Yeah.
gems.
I mean, yeah, you have like Tarantino, right? Spielberg. They all get to do whatever the fuck they want. Cameron,
Yeah,
James Cameron.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
even he's doing avatars. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, besides, there's like that's why everyone was excited about Anora this year, winning Best
Right.
Picture. That's Sean Baker. He's made like some of the really fucking good movies, and it's because it's a rarity you see like an original story
yeah.
being made. But
yeah. I need to see that.
yeah, it was
Definitely not.
really fucking good.
It's definitely interesting seeing her in that role compared to her role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
Very
she's
different role.
25 now.
Yeah, she's so young. Yeah, dude, yeah,
That means then she was like 18.
20 yeah. It's crazy.
19,
Oh, is
yeah.
it really
I
that
didn't see it.
old?
I
I only
think,
seen
like-
it recently.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I think
dude.
it's at least 4 years, and then you film it before that, right? So
Yeah.
wait, Michael, that's a good one to
I
see.
haven't
if-
seen that.
That's his last one.
Inora.
His most recent one. Oh, no,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
more
Oh,
so.
that I've seen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm talking about Inora.
Yeah, I
Yes,
need to see Endor too.
yes, you know, I forget. I saw it. I thought I saw it for free, but maybe I paid for it somewhere.
I feel like it's probably been out. Yeah, it's probably on streaming.
It's on digital. I just didn't know if I like rented it on Prime or if it was free.
So
Got it.
real quick before we get into the Severance, speaking of free and TV and movies, has anybody heard of the VC box?
No.
Okay, so it's essentially like a modern day black box, and it's like completely legal. Apparently, you can get it on Amazon.
You ship it to your house?
Yeah, like I look it up right now. It's I
Doesn't
think it's
sound
called,
legal.
What
it's-
does it do?
it's every channel, like literally every channel.
Wait, are we talking
and-
cable or like?
So
Stream.
you would have the NFL package. You would have every
Oh.
every NHL game. It does not matter where you are.
Whoa.
It has News 12 because we're in Rockland. That makes sense. But I could watch the local news in LA, or whatever.
Right.
Like everything.
It's $340.
That's
That's a steal,
One time
right?
fee. One time fee opposed to getting
so
billed.
yeah.
for
So my
perpetuity.
I don't have I didn't bring it down here, but my the guy I take lessons with the golf coach, he him and these other pros, they talk, and he was like the guy at I think Spook Rock was talking about it. It's like, oh, let me get one. And then he went down the steep dive, found one on eBay because he didn't want to pay $360. Found this guy, he shipped them 10 after he said he loved it. Now all his neighbors want one, and he gave me one to like try out and see if I
It's
like it.
real.
It's real. Danny just found it on Amazon. It's $100.
I mean, have you fucking hooked? I mean, I believe.
No,
Oh.
I'm going to, but he said he told his family to check it out, play around for a couple weeks, and after 3 weeks, he had been done with cable 3 years ago, but he had YouTube TV,
Right.
And he just got rid of YouTube TV.
Right. So you know somebody who has used it and it's real. Like that's a lot.
100%.
So sick.
What is
the
it runs
technology
on
behind it?
Android. It runs on Android. That's
But
so it's
what
probably
is-
like it's jailbroken or something. I don't know.
It's like jailbroken. I don't know how it's local, like how it's in real time.
Oh, you know what?
Pay-per-view fights.
I wonder. So because I used to work for TV, and my tech people would always say you could get any channel you want for free if you knew the right code from the satellite, basically.
Okay, so is that
like
what these
frequency or something?
Yeah, I wonder if
Interesting.
that's something to do with that, because they would do it.
It has to be. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
but how is it legal? That doesn't make any sense.
that's
doesn't make sense.
Mabes Nas.
You buy if you can get it on Amazon. How can it be illegal? It's not the dark web. Right? I mean,
wait, did we talk about this, or I can't remember?
Is that a crazy thing to say? If I can buy it on Amazon,
that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah,
you could buy many illegal things on internet.
Yeah,
I didn't. I said Amazon and Alibaba. You know,
little team.
You could also get on Alibaba for $100. Not recommended.
It's like I forgot if I told you guys about this, but it's like legal seafood. It's like, wait, why are you saying legal seafood? Why
does that restaurant still exist in the mall?
It's just like, who thought of that name? Like, clearly they were not legal. Like, that's
we talked about that last episode because I said it was the most legal.
What kind of restaurant? What kind of restaurant is it? Oh, seafood, legal seafood.
Legal seafood. In case you were wondering, I wasn't. Okay.
I wasn't at all.
But now I am.
Kind of weird that you clarified.
Your marketing is important. The name you pick for your company is important.
Don't you do you're in marketing, right?
Yeah. Me and Jack both are.
Yeah, totally. I don't know what she does, but
yeah.
She does stuff. I know.
She's way more creative than I could be.
So not speaking of AI at all, but she uses AI at her work. And then, so I work for a big bank, and they it's like, it used to be like, oh, you're using ChatGPT. That's not good. But now everyone's using it like professionally. Like the software developers are being told to use Codium, which is ChatGPT for developers, essentially. Like, it's interesting, like formally embracing it, you know?
Yeah, I was on a call with a client where they're like, they had called their company Intuit RCM. And if you know who owns QuickBooks, it's Intuit. Mm-hmm. So they got like a cease and desist immediately. Saying, you can't use that name. And she's like, we already built a website around that name. She already bought print materials around that name, which, it is what it is. We have to pivot a little bit. And I was like, all right, so like, give me some things to describe your business. How would you characterize it? Do you want to feel like it's cutting edge or very personal or whatever? And we just sat on ChatGPT and threw some stuff at it and tried to come up with some brand names that really encapsulated her brand and about what her new brand is going to be. And I gave her 15 options, sent her the list, and I was like, all right, pick 5 out of these. And then based on those 5, I can then prompt again and refine the prompt and make it better and then get better options. So
so did she not know of the company?
No, she did, but she didn't think anything of it. I guess Michael just has a golf club. No, she didn't think anything of it.
It's like, oh, I have a new company.
It's called Google.
I just thought it'd be sick. Oh, you didn't know the company? No, I did.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was like, I guess they're like sticklers about that. She just like said,
well, I guess they don't.
Yeah,
I love it. And then second question, Michael's company is very forward thinking. They're probably the most advanced company I've ever known personally. Do they use AI at your job?
You're being funny, right?
Yeah. No, but do they? So it's the opposite.
So
of that.
when when it started becoming popular, like I guess that was like a year ago, like really started taking off, like in business, I think, you know what I mean? Or people started using it more or being more mainstream. They went the opposite. They made a sign, like a disclosure saying that like we can't use it for communicating with customers. We cannot use it.
Innovation, don't bring that shit here, dude.
Yeah, but see, like it's different though, because they get concerned about dealing with prime contractors and shit like that, and government defense and having AI write things or responses and correspondence and not reviewing it. They're not against using it, but like you have to like review the AI's
100%.
work essentially. Like
that's given. Yeah, that's a given no matter.
But we had to sign something saying that we're going to do that, and my solution was I'm just going to keep writing my own emails. I don't care.
Yeah, I do wonder if, because I've avoided putting it on my phone because I like writing as a blank statement, and I wonder if it's going to be a negative thing one day where you never had to like write an email. But maybe not. Maybe it's fine. I just like wonder.
I would compare it to using your GPS everywhere you go. Like somehow I've lived in Rockland County all my life, and my wife knows the back roads better than I do. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Just
like communication is more of a base skill than like directions. But I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying, though, right? Like I rely on my GPS. Like take me home.
But like think of doing that for talking to someone.
Yeah.
Like that would be scary.
Well, my natural email tone is very informal, or my natural writing style is informal. In a professional sense, could I get away with that with my clients? Sure, if they know me. But like in people that I don't know, sometimes I do. Like Google has the polish button.
Yeah.
So it just will basically rewrite it now and you set the tone. And when you want it to polish, you just say what tone you want it to have. And it'll just make it more formal because I write very informally.
Right. And I think all of us are fine. I mean, like people entering the workforce or like entering school at a time where, like, like if you never had
if you had to write a paper now, oh my god, what a time to go to college, right?
Like would that be bad, or is just AI so commonplace that you will never have to learn that? That's fine.
I think you should know how to write a fucking email
right,
personally.
which is my point. And
so agree strongly.
Agree. It's just like, are we old people saying you should know how to?
I don't think so. I'm the old one, and you're agreeing with me, so that's.
No, I just, like I bet every generation goes through this, like, oh, these people don't know how to, drive, they don't know directions.
Drive manual
on maps.
They don't know how to drive manual or something.
But it's not bad. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk.
Get into the episode.
I have a scene by scene here, so to jog the memory.
Good.
First scene was Helena swimming, if we remember, swimming in the pool.
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff going on in the beginning.
A lot of weird stuff going on. There's some call outs. Yep.
Can we talk about that now?
Yeah, we're gonna go into it. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the weird stuff? I just forget.
She's swimming, and then she goes to have breakfast with her dad, who doesn't want to eat, and he's like, I want, I'll just
wish you take them raw.
I wish you take them raw.
Yeah,
which is a thing we've all said, but
a very different context,
a little different way,
very different context.
But father daughter, that's weird. And then this thing about like she only ate the outie of the egg and not the innie.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And the egg was split into 6, which is similar to the amount of room that Gemma's went through.
Ooh.
And maybe she didn't eat raw eggs because she's preggies.
Yes, that's a big one too. Everyone thinks she's pregnant with.
Everyone thinks she's preggies.
And who's pregnant? Her innie or outie? But obviously,
they're both
pregnant. Rough, dude. That's rough. Oh, and then the image on the plate. The image on the plate is a man being tugged in 2 different directions by a person in blue and a person in red, which is meant to symbolize.
Also said
the blue is always used for the innie and the red's always used for the outie.
I wonder if we could bring that up because
man being tugged in 2 different directions.
Oh,
fucking perv.
I don't know if you could get it or I could get it. I just want to like see that again. It was the plate she was eating on, and then the egg split in 6 around. Oh, right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But was anything weird of her swim? What was the swimming thing? Just like her swimming.
I thought it was weird. I just thought it was weird.
It was a weird scene. Just not nothing really particular. It's just like a weird opening. Like the whole opening was like odd to me.
Yeah.
And my initial response on this episode, like I said to Danny, I'm like, meh. It was a very good setup episode, but that's all it was. That's all it was.
I get it. Okay, so it's a baby being pulled by red and blue, and
red and blue. Yeah.
Has been established that those colors represent innies and outies or something?
Yes. Blue is always used for innies and red's used for outies.
Like in what
context?
In the clothes that they're wearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Like the scene with you remember the scene when Mark is eating the Chinese food and like Helly just comes in and sits with him.
Yeah.
They're both wearing red in that scene. And then contrast, Helly's always wearing blue.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. As her innie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Also something I sent to Danny, I think, said because I didn't know when you watched it, so I was sending him the stuff on Thursday. It was saying that like the eggs being split into 6 pieces. I didn't think about the rooms thing, but like could possibly be about the different levels of severance. Like
yeah, how many times you can be severed?
Like that's like what Gemma's
Oh, I heard.
actually going
I
through.
heard
Like,
one more thing. I heard one more thing about, or I suspect one more thing about that. That the revolving. Remember in season 1 when Helena was actually Helly, when she was about to go on stage and make that speech. So the crescendo, the finale, I guess that was, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He said, "You'll be there at my revolving." Okay. We don't. James.
To his daughter, but
to his daughter.
She was
not Helena. She was Helly.
Okay.
So, but the revolving, I think the revolving could be that the consciousness of each Egan is being placed in a new body over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, so there's 6 Egans that came before James. So like that, they could be the number of Egans that have been revolved.
Right. And this was the plot of Jordan Peele's first movie, right?
Out.
What is it called? It was one word, yeah. Because, oh no, this was the fucking plot of Being John Malkovich, where there was like a cult, and old people would like, they would pass their soul into a newborn baby.
Vessel, yeah,
yeah, and maybe that's what I heard too, though, about that. Yeah, right. So like
he's really like the original Egan. He's Kier, like Kier, just Kier revolving into new bodies over and over.
Yes, yeah. And so where would he be going?
But that's just a theory.
He would be going into a new. He would potentially, his revolving it would be going into a new body. She might
like her baby.
She's supposed to be. I really don't know.
Yeah,
she's supposed because here's the head Egans have been females before. So if the logic is true, where he can just kind of revolve into a next body, he could also be a woman.
Oof.
Jesus.
Yeah, geez Louise.
So, a really quick aside, there was this movie that was nominated this year called it's about a priest.
The one with Ray Fiennes?
Yeah. I think maybe we taled about it. Oh, did we already
we have not talked about that.
So like, maybe I shouldn't say it. It's a spoiler. So let me not say it.
You can't even talk about it.
No. Like I would spoil it to you guys if you didn't care, but I don't want to do that to you. So
is it worth watching?
I mean, it was nominated. It was Oscar nominated.
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably never watch it, and I could say it right now.
Yeah, I won't watch it.
Okay, so the whole fucking movie is about them picking a new pope, right? And they do it, and it's the underdog, and like, of course. And the last, like, it's a great movie. And the last scene, the priest that gets picked, like literally the last scene goes, "I'm actually a hermaphrodite." It's like out of left field, like out of nowhere. Like I actually have a uterus.
Like it doesn't add to the story at all in any way.
It felt like a tacked on like it was already a great movie. Like the guy who shouldn't have got it.
And now he's also a hermaphrodite.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I just thought of that when you said James could be a female in the future. Like I was like, oh, they're gonna go that way.
Wait, did it seem like political? Like it was just there to like push an agenda?
Like to me, having not seen the movie. That's what
100%. Like, and that's what other people have said too. I read about. They're like, wait, what the fuck was like
inclusivity makes sense if it pushes the story forward.
Right. Don't do it and sacrifice. Don't ruin this. Not to ruin it, but like don't fuck with this whole 2-hour adventure I just went on. And
sure. Here, I'm with you. I hear.
And then it felt like like some executive was like, "This would really please."
Yeah. We got to please some people. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
So
that's stupid.
But I don't think it would be the same in this scenario. It would probably be worth it, not just a plot device or whatever. But
yeah. And at the end of the scene in Severance, in that opening scene, Helly says, "We're seeing to Mr. Bailiff," if you remember.
No, I don't. Who was she?
She's talking about Irv.
Wait. Say that what you said again.
We're seeing to Mr.
But before the scene cut, Helena is saying to James, "We're seeing to Mr. Bailiff."
Oh, so then Bert.
And who's that?
Irving B is Mr. Bailiff.
How do you know that?
John Turturro, because that's his name.
Wait, like they've said that's his name in the
that's
show?
His name. Yeah. I remember from the list of employees. Remember he had that list. Yeah, his name is on there. Irving Bailiff.
So then Bert actually was.
That's his name, dude.
Like Bert actually was saving him.
we're not at that. We're
No. That's what.
We can
That's
jump around.
no. Yeah, it's fine. That's she ordered his hit.
she
That's
ordered his hit.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She ordered his hit. Yep.
Wait, their name. Maybe I'm stupid, but there any names? There any names?
Is this podcast going to be extremely PC? Because then I'm going to be in.
No.
Said way crazy
I'm going
things
to be
already.
fucking trouble.
No, wait. Are there any's? Their last letter of their name is their real last name?
Yes. Yep. Mark
Think
Scout.
so,
Mark
Not
S.
Helen. Not Helly though.
Except, yeah, but
But
you
G.
remember he calls. She says,
Don't
something
you
to Mr.
mean
Mills,
Helly
like,
E?
Don't you mean Helly E? Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yes.
was
Yeah. But that's where I got confused. That's the only one.
That's the
not
only
real.
correct
Okay,
because they did not want to.
I think
her
I don't
identity.
know. All I know is that I have a feeling that Milchick is gonna fucking save the day somehow.
Oh, I thought you were going
yeah, I love.
I thought
No,
you said
I
he was
think-
gonna fuck someone. I'm like, dude, I kind of felt like that too.
Milkshake.
I'm pretty sure he has.
He's gonna raw dog,
Milchick
too.
gets around. No,
Milkshake
he's, got,
is a stud.
he's gonna
He's
stay.
built.
I don't
Yeah.
know what's gonna, but like he is turning and like
Yes. So
Oh
okay,
yeah, it's building. Yeah, 100%.
next scene,
Miss Wong.
stupid egg, Miss Wa. Oh yeah, that's
Next,
that's yeah.
her funny little thing that I called out that someone noticed that I thought was really, really funny or really interesting is that her first name is Eustace. Remember, he announced he says her
Eustace
first
Wong.
name. So Eustace, Saint Eustace was separated from his family and forced into exile. Maybe that's why they came up with the name Eustace because she's literally being that place that she's getting sent to is like off the coast, of, like on an island off the coast of Norway in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So
It's almost like a punishment in some way.
right. Yeah. It's interesting. Like people had built her character up just like we did. I didn't even think it was a crazy theory that she was the kid of
Mark and Gemma.
Yeah, I mean,
that was legit. But like
Correct.
people they're not upset, but they're like, oh, it was just to enhance the story of like they have child labor and like she's a real person and that's it.
You don't know that until Cobell's episode.
Correct.
But,
and
like,
then transition into that.
And, and that's kind of what bothered me about this whole episode is it's like they're fucking, and I'm not the only one that thinks this because I read a review that said that like it felt really rushed. Like you spent 2 episodes, the Cobell one, and what was one before that?
The
whole
backstory of
Gemma.
The Gemma. I mean, that was really fucking awesome episode.
Sure.
The Cobell one wasn't to me.
Right.
And then this one was like trying to play catch up. And it was really cool that they like got back to the main storyline and blah blah blah. But it just seemed rushed. And I know the episode next week's gonna be over an hour, but like they have a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah.
I think it's meant to build a crescendo. It's like very White Lotus-y is where it's just building for each character in the story. It's just crescendoing into what is going to be the finale. And I feel like that's what White Lotus does.
But to Michael's point, like, and a lot of shows do this, it starts out with many storylines, and then to get to the last episode, and that's why they kind of call it like a penultimate, you have to shed some of those stories and focus on a story in the last episode. And that's what they did here. And people have said, and I maybe agree, is like they wrapped up multiple, like 3 side stories. Dylan, not fully, but Dylan, Irving, and the kid, right? And
Eustace,
and they're like, oh, they're over, like it felt like maybe premature. They didn't, and just
that makes sense though.
The only one that wasn't that bad was the Dylan one because that kind of was building up a little bit, even with a 2-episode break. Like that whole thing was kind of building up. Like Irving just like having hit on him and then being saved all in like a 20-minute span. That's a lot. But like Dylan was getting visited by the wife, but developing feelings.
Is it though? Like we've had. God damn it!
I'm just defending that one
portion.
But like Miss Wong out of nowhere, I thought.
Irving.
That I really hope it's not the last scene of Irving. But
that's the other thing.
A lot of that scene makes it think it might be.
But you don't know. That's the other thing. Like everyone judges, which we all do, and we're doing right now on purpose. But like, who knows if next season, next episode, everyone comes back and they're like, "Oh, they didn't wrap them up."
Yeah,
like,
you're right. That's a fair point.
It's hard to know.
It's hard to know. Yeah, for sure. The next scene was Miss Wong's fellowship conclusion and being shipped off to Narnia.
That was awesome.
And then Milchick making her do a material sacrifice, which I feel like he came up with on the spot.
Yeah,
what was that?
He made her
crush that game, that toy that she plays with. He made her crush.
So that's like hurt people, right? Like he's getting shit on, so he shits on her. Like that's the whole
the
thing,
cycle.
Right?
Yep.
And to your point of whatever name you said she was, Eustace. Like there's a whole Greek mythology that's with everybody with Devin, with Mark, with Colbert.
Yep.
All of them. Yeah.
A lot of connections to Dante's Inferno as from
Yeah.
people that I've seen. Yeah, that
Yeah.
are making connections. Oh, we'll get to this towards the end. They're also the showrunners' interest in Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah, I've read
That's
that
a
too.
known thing.
Yep.
I was in a
Every-
review that I saw.
Yeah, I'll explain when we get to that scene. Gretchen confesses to Dylan that she kissed his innie, and he's just like, "That's fucked up."
Yeah, it's like cool. You
Imagine
just
just like
cheated
a
on me
cheated
with
on you
my
with-
body.
Yeah, like
She's
this
a-
is
She's a cop, right?
Yeah.
she's a dispatcher.
Which is a cop, right?
I don't know on her patch. I think she just fields 911 phone calls. I think that's. I don't know.
Where
No, I
did
don't think
Yeah,
Dylan
we don't
go?
know. We don't.
Where did he go?
I dropped something. I don't know if 911 dispatchers are cops, but I think she is a dispatcher because I was looking at her patch. I'm like, is she a cop? And it
Okay.
said 911
But-
dispatcher.
She's also oh god, what's the company called?
Lumen.
Lumen. She's a Lumen employee.
What?
It says it on the badge. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, because they like own that town.
they
Yeah.
own the whole town.
Yeah.
That's like another thing though. Like,
Dude, no, that was the beginning. Before, wasn't it the teardrop shaped water?
Yeah,
Water tank. That was
Yep.
a weird fucking thing.
that was that's cut out of like when they're pulling back. So James' house is like right across the street from Lumen, by the way.
So what? Yeah, right. Like
That's why they were showing the water tower. It shows relativity that it's really right next to Lumen headquarters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was like an egg shaped, and then like the building's like a uterus shape, right? It's all
Yeah, it's weird stuff.
Okay.
The foreshadows.
Yeah.
Anything to add on Gretchen kissing Dylan's innie? You feel bad. I don't know. I really like Dylan as a character.
Like his Audi, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I like his. Well,
because that
I
was
felt
his
bad
Audi.
Yeah, actually, we don't really know. His
I don't
Audi.
know. I don't know if I'd be jealous about that.
That's a good discussion point.
Maybe
Moral conflict,
if she said that it reminded her of how I used to be,
which
Which
she
she
said.
kind of said
fucking-
that.
She absolutely
you
said.
did. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. If
Oh,
that's-
oh.
I would be
was
like,
the
I'd be like,
dagger.
oh, I'm like, that's not big of a deal. And she's like, yeah, no, he kind of reminds me of like how it used to be. I'd be like, what the fuck does that mean?
And he's like, oh, before I started taking care of our kids and all this
Yeah,
stuff, it's the
before I
evolution of
started
life.
providing for you and this.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you know what? Like, it totally fucking makes sense, right? So you meet someone for the first time, they're in love with you, honeymoon phase.
Yeah,
Sure.
Like, of course.
she had her
Yeah.
honeymoon phase again with
Again.
her
Yeah.
husband.
Yep.
it was-
Yep.
Makes sense.
But that's a tough
Maybe
one.
it speaks to a piece of everyone would like to experience something.
Well, I
like
thought it was pretty
Right.
cool.
that's
that-
just not how time works.
So
Right.
he leaves threatening to like terminate the innie, and meanwhile the innie makes a
Said,
decision
fuck this. Makes
to leave.
Yep.
Like, I
So it's
thought that
like-
was pretty cool.
She gets to have a first kiss again without any consequences. Like, like she gets to experience, like, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
And even
doesn't.
And then she
Yeah.
told him.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Like, that's nice
thing
of
to
her
do.
to tell him, right? Like,
Well, considering she lied and said that they canceled the
Yeah.
appointment.
that's
Yeah.
rough. That's
Little-
rough.
Just a little fib.
What do you think of her?
Gretchen, I don't know.
I
if- I
feel
don't-
like
I
I've
don't
seen
know
her
if-
in something before. She has like this
you
very
mean as an actress?
sterile. Oh, is that you meant the performance or the character?
Hmm.
I just don't think
Yeah.
she's very.
However you mean it.
However you want to
Sorry.
take it.
Her character is very like sterile in this very weird way. I don't know.
Such is
I don't think she's really important. I'm gonna get this podcast is gonna have two things.
No,
next
you know
week.
why it's not?
I'm
TBs.
getting canceled.
It says, "Is this content for 18 and older?"
Yeah,
we get the old E next to our thing.
At
Yeah.
least PG-13. Have your parents around to tell you what not to listen to.
All right, so she tells him, and he gets upset, and then is it the
It
next
says,
scene?
I'm gonna quit.
Oh,
Next scene is Irving and Bert. What a scene, man! What a fucking scene!
That whole
He's
thing was
like,
awesome.
He's like,
Wait.
just get in the car.
So the beginning of that scene is he walks into his apartment, and Bert's in there, right?
Well,
Correct.
the dog is just staring at the wall.
Staring at
He's
something.
like,
Right.
What's going
And
on?
Bert is just there.
Now,
is very jarring.
now, Bert's had to have been there before. That dog was totally.
And he got in too. I mean, I guess he could break in, but like,
Well, he got
Yeah.
in because that other guy, I forgot that henchman.
Right,
name.
right,
Milchek.
but that's a fucking
Bird.
Isn't that a Malinois?
No,
That's a
like
good point.
mutt.
Why wouldn't that dog freak out?
Why wouldn't the dog freak out at all? It's like you knew Bert.
Like a familiarity? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
That
that's
is a
weird.
good point.
Yeah, the dog was just there. It could have just been cinematic effect, but you're
Yeah,
right.
that was probably one of my favorite parts of the entire episode. That
Yeah, it was like he wasn't scared, but scared at the same time. Because this dude's in your apartment, but Bert is somebody that he knew he was fond of, or that he was fond of. So they just have this weird, weird tone.
Yeah, maybe that's the dog thing. Is like, oh, this guy's familiar because you're in love with him.
Yeah,
but like the part I don't get is he works for Lumen in and out.
So he worked for Lumen before he got severed and worked on the severed floor.
So he works now.
And he works now. Yeah, he's a hitman. I just want to be very
why
clear.
is he severed?
Where's the hitman? No, he's not.
Yep.
Well, he's a driver.
Bert is not a hitman. Bert is not a hitman.
Well,
he doesn't kill.
He's a driver, and Lumen has
not that he knows.
Lumen has a lot of drivers.
I kind of believe this, that we don't know if he can be severed, and then he kills people and then becomes unsevered because he is severed.
Whoa, that would be such a cool plotline. He drives them to a place, they sever him, he kills them.
Gets in the car, and he has no recollection of it.
Right, he thinks he just
thinks he just drives them there. Yeah,
but he's got blood on his hands.
So that is why.
Okay, so when some people were saying that they think Bert,
Michael's pissed. He's like, all right, wait, hold on.
I thought I had that scene. I thought I had it all.
He's like, that's the one scene I had. I brought it here.
Put the golf club down.
I think it's another thing I think I understand, and I just fucking don't every time I pick it up. So there was another thing that said that people thought like Bert, like he actually drove Irving to his death, like that the train,
was the destination
symbolic.
Interesting.
Like the train wasn't in fact the train.
Dude, if the show kills Bert and a dog, I'm gonna have.
You mean Irving?
Sorry, yeah. If the show kills Irving and his dog, I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah, me too.
Wait,
dog's awesome.
Bert? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
Okay.
Bert is the guy.
Yeah.
Bert and Ernie.
He's
that's
like,
where we get stuck on.
The scene. What Bert is saying, like, I always drive people places and I just drop them off, and then Irving, John Turturro's character, saying, "Is that what this is?" You're just like,
yeah. Yo,
it's like an accepting of the fate, but I also like trust you in this weird way. There's just this weird. I feel like it just captures it in such this stoic way of just like.
It got me.
It's like comfort, but like he's a fucking hitman. So like I don't know.
Yeah, no,
he's not a hitman.
He's not a. Well, he might be, but that guy's not a hitman. Whatever version.
Okay. Yeah. Audi. Yeah, sure.
But even though, like,
either way, they were in an actual train station. Where did he tell Daniel?
He said, "I bought you."
Where did he kill him?
He bought you tickets. Oh, well, I don't know. He bought him a ticket to the end of the line so that Irving can get off at any station, and Bert will never know. And that makes if you want to hide somebody, that would make sense to do.
Right. That's what happened.
That's what happened. And
in
there's
this scenario. You're saying in other scenarios when he's driven people that he's actually killed them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Okay, that's a cool theory.
No, I mean he said he's driven people to get killed.
Yeah.
He said, he said he didn't know what they were doing. He never asked what they were doing. He never wanted to know.
Come on.
Yeah, but
it's implied 100%.
It reminded me of a lot of like hit scenes from Goodfellas or Godfather or The Irishman, like where you fucking know these people, they're your crew, and they fucking kill you.
But what if it's also something different than driving people to their death? What if like he drove Gemma? Listen, what if he drove Gemma to fucking Lumen? Like, what if he drove?
Would that make him any better of a guy?
No, but it doesn't make him a murderer.
Right, drive her to her torture. And
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
eventual death.
Yeah,
not a murderer.
Not a murderer.
Well,
that's what Michael.
It makes sense that he wanted to be severed so he could be redeemed from. He's really a henchman. We'll call him a henchman.
That's better. I accept henchman.
Okay.
Accept
the henchman accepted. Becoming an idiot as a redemption arc or to a redemption for his soul for his henchman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that whole fucking thing, face value, it makes sense for the character.
Yep.
And he let him go because he loved. So that's the one weird, and I know that's at the end of it, but we're talking about the story. Like, that's the one thing everyone's confused about online. Do they fucking remember what happened? Because they were calling back to things they said to each other when they were both innie, and that was super confusing.
Wait. What did they call back to that they said to each other?
So he said, "I'm ready." Where they in the indie world,
right.
they said that
He
to
kept
each
saying I
other.
was not ready.
Yeah. So that's the one part where it's
I
like,
think it's the show doing show things. At
no,
the same...
like it, yeah, it
No,
could
but
either
they
be
don't do
poetic
anything. They don't do
license
anything
or-
by accident, though.
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking. So it has to be. It has to either be, oh, they are not fully severed and they remember some things, or one of them wasn't severed, right, or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't
Bert
know,
wasn't
But it
severed.
would have been Irving that wasn't severed, because he's the
know.
one that said, "I'm ready now."
But people have said that too. That he was.
Yeah, that he was going through reintegration, but it doesn't. There's nothing.
Or maybe it's not, and maybe it's just like they're both Irving.
Love
right?
transcends
They're
all.
both Irving, right? And
That's
they're both
very good call.
They're both gay, and they both know that their innies both had feelings for each other, and they're trying to connect with that part.
I think Tom said that they at dinner they talk about that because the
like
he says I got comfort knowing that like you experienced love, like innies deserve love too.
Well, his husband said that, and there was a little disdain. If you ask me.
And Lil.
It was sarcastic.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad that you found love down there. Was it good?
I don't think that's how that works.
Dude, we're getting full Michael. So full disclosure, I just hosted like this end of the year sports party, drank a bunch of bourbon, and I thought I was gonna come in here hot, and I was just like, Michael's gonna be always 10 levels above me, like no matter like how much I drank, like it's so good, and I'm pretty like I can't ever, I can't.
This podcast has only been keeping me up because it's past my bedtime right now.
Me too, man. I napped for this. Okay, I
Fuck
fucking
yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
yeah. Took a little snooze from 5:30 to 8:30.
Oh, that's a great snooze. That's not a little snooze.
Uninterrupted snooze.
That's just sleep. You slept.
No slumber, actually.
No slumber.
I had many text messages that I woke up to, work included.
But like to that point, like, so is this just? It's not lazy writing. I know that 100%.
Yeah.
Is it just them being like, oh, he's saying the same thing to mirror
Like an homage?
Yeah.
Type of deal.
I don't know.
I think
I don't like it
because it doesn't make sense.
I think it's kind of like what we're both
maybe it was
saying.
improv and they liked how it filmed, right? Like,
no. I mean, stop. This isn't Saturday Night Live. No, what's a fucking improv? There's a script and they follow it. But no, I think
that's
it's
not
like
how all movies are made, bud.
I know. It's not a movie. It's HBO.
That's not
Two time.
Wait, so like, I think it's like what we're all saying. It's like the fact that they use words that were very close to what was going on the inside that's a coincidence that they don't know about, but the audience knows about it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just like that's
you're saying it's for us.
That's what's pissing him off. It's like the language is very close to exactly what they said on the inside. But
who, me?
Well, yeah, not piss you off, whatever.
Oh,
but like that's like we're the only ones that know that's like what they were saying to each other on the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's a coincidence that maybe that their outies don't know about. They don't know that it was that.
I like that because like if I'm severed, I'm still gonna say the same kind of thing because I'm
still
me,
Tom,
right?
Yeah,
I'm still me, guys.
Yeah. and any Dylan is like Dylan with only one thing to think about.
Right,
not the baggage of being a parent. Correct. So like he's more like liberated.
Yeah,
it's good. That's interesting.
Michael, surprise!
Oh no,
surprise! Good point. Surprise!
I know, right? I'm surprised myself.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
You just get out of here. Get out of here.
Get the noise.
It's just gonna. Was that really loud?
No, it just was sick. It was just
It took what 4 hours of recording for you to make a point, but
I know
it was strong. It was a good one.
I really should leave because
sausages and peppers. All right, next scene.
I'm looking at things I can show next for my next.
Next scene, Helly is looking
screwdriver thing.
Dude, just go out on top. Just get out of here, bro.
Next scene, Helly is trying to memorize the path to the exports hall. And then James is just looming behind her and says, "You tricked me, my Helly."
Wait, that wasn't at the end of the show?
It was towards the end. It was before the cabin. It was before the cabin.
Oh, this is missing some. Fuck.
I was like, "Yo, that was a third scene."
This thing was fucking good until now.
Who? What are you looking at?
Well, anyway, so was that
someone did?
Was that a reference to what happened before she went on stage as
yes,
Helly?
that's a clear thing.
Because
she wasn't her.
Yeah,
and they.
And now is Helly again.
That's
the first time he's seeing Helly.
Yeah.
You guys are way ahead of me. I did not.
No,
put
I
two
mean,
and
I
two
read it. I didn't know what they meant, and I read it, and they were like, "Dude, it's just literally."
That's the next time
like,
you
there was
see her.
nothing. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
nothing.
there's nothing to read into. Got it.
No.
Got it.
But
got
like
it,
that's what Severance does to you.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You think it's a deeper? Yeah.
Milkshakes Rebellion. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Just to that point, like, so we're watching the show over the course of months. In there, like, someone reminded me of this online. Mark is being reintegrated for 2 days. That is it.
Really?
Yes,
Timeline of
his
that?
world. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's taking forever for his
It's not,
reintegration."
though.
It's been 48 hours or less
Yeah.
for him.
That's right, because Milchick says like he hasn't been here yesterday or today.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So the similar thing with the Jamie Egan thing, like, I don't know how far that was apart, but like, he hasn't seen any Helly since then, and it probably was. It was only a couple months ago.
weeks, maybe. Yeah, a couple
yeah.
months. Yeah. Interesting. Very cool. Milkshakes Rebellion. I fucking devour feculence.
Oh, best part of the show. Best part of the show,
dude. Such a good scene. Mr. Drummond, that's his name. Mr. Drummond is that other henchman.
Milchick has easily become my favorite character in the show.
Yeah, he's good. Everyone, they think he's the best actor on the show, and I
he's
agree.
phenomenal.
I saw an interview with him and Colbert. It's fucking great, dude.
Yeah. I did. I
I
didn't watch it.
But... You seen that?
No, I didn't watch the interview, but I saw that and I was like, and I was like, right.
Yeah. I like him a lot. He's got like an air, a humbleness about. He just has an air about him. I like him as a human. I mean, I don't know
the actor.
The actor.
You like him?
Jamal
you never
Tillman.
met at all. Never talked.
I've
to
never
him,
seen.
Like him
never,
as a human.
Yeah.
Cool. Just make sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Me and Milkshake, we go way back.
Yo,
well, it's crazy when you see like these big shows that. Obviously, when they make a show, they never know how big it's going to get, right? So they cast based on how they audition and all this stuff. But you have actors like him that are phenomenal that I've never seen in anything else. And that could just be my own negligence or just not seeing him in other roles. But just that top quality. And, like there's all these actors out there that are really, really top notch. But because there may not be in an A-list movie, we don't know who they are. Yeah. And then they have a breakout role. But you really get to... Even though it's a breakout role, the talent is there. That's what I'm saying. Like the talent is clearly there.
Yes.
And he's a fucking phenomenal actor.
Right. He's not. It's not a luck. It's not nepotism. He's a talented fucking individual.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, exactly.
So that can get us easily to the end of the episode because then he has a conversation with Mark S.
Oh wait, before we get there, just to talk about that, where he was talking to that Mr. Drummond. Someone broke this down on Twitter and I rewatched it in a clip. His face, the moment he decides to talk back. And speaking of his acting chops, like he just does something small with like his cheeks or eyes, and you fucking see it, and he flips, and it's so cool. It's so
cool. So true.
That's how it felt watching it. Like it was like really natural. It was like if my boss was giving me shit, and like I'd be like, you know what? Like that's
yeah.
You saw him go like, you know what?
But how do you capture that from a character that already has a really solemn demeanor, right? Like what Tom is saying. It's just the faintest muscle movement or the flattening of the face in this very subtle way.
Yeah. So it's so funny how this happened because I just watched a clip. The actor in Jaws, he sees the shark.
Yeah.
And he goes from like whatever, sees a shark, face drops, right? And
we're smoking a cigarette and chumming.
Yeah, and he gave advice to some other actor of like, because they said, I have a similar scene. How did you do it? And all he said was like, I had my cheeks up and they went down. And it's just like, it sounds small, but it's just so powerful, and however you do it, it's like a subtle little thing.
Are you trying?
Let's all try it.
You just opened your eyes.
All right, so that's one thing I know I'll never be.
I think it's so hard. All right, so that transitions into Cobell, Devin, and Mark meeting up, kind of.
Well, yes. So that's where we're going. that conversation. Well, I mean, if you want to do anything related to what's it called,
Sleepy Token,
it has to happen before I Sleepy Token. So
wait, we're not doing that. Are we doing that today?
That was supposed to be today.
So
whatever, we can. We'll see where we go.
We're at a crossroads,
We're at 48 minutes, so we still got some time.
we still got 45 minutes.
So yes.
Anyway, wait. So
hour and a half pot.
So that
Yeah.
meetup, Mark and Devin meet up with Cobell at the side of a road or something.
In the woods.
Yeah, like
In
it's
the
like
woods.
totally in the woods, and then
Yeah.
like obviously Miltic's trying to get, even after he does fucking stand up for himself, he's trying to find out where Mark is. They have that conversation.
Yes.
That
Also was cool.
That was some of the best.
He's
That
just
was
like,
some
yo,
of
you're
the best
responsible
acting.
for their outies. I'm responsible for their innies. So true.
So that was another flip of the switch. Or no, wait, what are we talking about?
Well, so I'm talking about when he's talking to Mark, and he's like, oh, I was sick, I wasn't feeling well, and he's
we're
like,
talking about two different things.
yeah, and he was. So he said something like,
work-life balance is important.
Will you be in tomorrow? And he's like, you know what? Like, I'm not sick. He's like, I just needed a day. Like, yeah, that whole thing about the work-life balance, and like then you see like another change in Miltic.
For Miltic, he's saying like, wow, this is my entire life.
Yeah, or like, is he done with that?
Oh, interesting. Like, so that made Miltic think about his work-life balance.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I was going with Mark. Also had a subtle switch where he was going from lying to just be like, dude, you know what? Here's the fucking truth. And that was cool.
Oh yeah, no, that was awesome. But Mark also, like, he was like, he didn't give a fuck. Like, he was just like
it went to like Office Space. Right where they.
He's like, oh, I'm sick and I'm here, and he's like, oh, I'll send a car for you. He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not there.
Yeah,
right?
that was cool. That was like, I feel like that happens in real life. Where you're like,
you got me.
Leave me the fuck alone. I'm lying to you. You know, But I didn't catch that. So what do you see? It cuts back to Miltic, and you see him kind of realizing like.
So then he like,
it's almost like in a contemplative state. Like,
he sits down on his desk. He's like, there's that one picture on the wall
of the iceberg,
and he's just like staring at it.
And what does the iceberg symbolize? What does that mean to you?
Well, that
to me, it kind of in that moment, it kind of felt like he was like alone, just like kind of floating and or not.
Okay,
he was the ice.
When I think the symbolism of an iceberg is you only see what
the top,
the exterior shows.
The top 1% of the
correct. You don't see all of the struggle, strife,
like a duck, like a duck in water, that type of thing.
Like an iceberg,
yeah, like like the perfect metaphor of an iceberg.
If only there was a metaphor to describe what an iceberg.
I've seen a duck once. And they struggle.
No, but that so in his instance, like what the exterior, his work, I guess, is not the majority of who he is.
He doesn't have or
he just doesn't have it underneath.
All looming.
It's only one identity. Which is really what's culty about Kier, about Lumen. It's a way of life. It is not a profession, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the cool thing about Severance as a whole, and I was listening to another podcast that said this, and I think is like people do this, and maybe not you, Danny and Mike, which is awesome, and I don't really do it as much either, but it's very common. Like at work, you are a different person, or you often have to be a different person. More so in like corporate life, where you have to like say things that you wouldn't really say in real life.
Yeah,
and.
My last job was like that.
Yeah, like this is Severance is crazy. Wow, I can't believe they do this, but people do that willingly every fucking day of their life.
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, that's powerful.
I noticed
is it like that in your gig? I won't mention the name.
No, I don't care. No,
because that's a really big.
Yeah,
institutions in a country. Yeah,
it would only kind of be you. I feel like that might have to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I tend to like talk how I talk to set the table, because I feel like if you don't do that, you kind of screw yourself.
Somebody else does it,
or like you set yourself up to be not you, and then that's your version of you that you now have to play for the rest of your life. And luckily, in the last 10 years, like corporate life had like there's people with tattoos there, and like people with green hair, and like it's way more lax. So I think if you present yourself, you're not a sociopath or a psychopath, right? You're just you, and you talk whatever. Like you have to kind of set the table. But I mean, to be honest, I'm not like this at work, which I think no one is fully 100% them. You're severed a bit, but it's definitely less of a percentage as like other people have to be.
Yeah, I think it's just polish. You know what I mean? It's just like you put a little polish on it.
I just realized I am like 100% a severed person.
Are you? I thought you would
when
be
he's on
you.
the
I
phone,
no,
we-
I'm very much like the same, but like I literally go by a different name at work.
Yeah, yo.
you are Evan.
Yeah,
I'm
that's so
Evan, so
true.
I can't tell
That's
you
so
how
true.
I am at
Well,
work.
I
because
think work,
don't go
Michael.
there.
Work. Okay, let's.
No, I'm
not-
very
this
much
is
the
not me
same.
picking up.
I'm very
Yes.
much the same, but
Yes.
it's like I have an
the
alter.
name is a funny thing because
a
you're
funny-
not
yeah.
even you.
I'm severed, but not severed.
Well, this isn't gonna be me picking on you. You in your personal life is very jovial, lighthearted, funny, comical, all
That's
that
how
stuff.
I am at work. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say that you're serious at work. I was not gonna say that.
Hold on. When I'm talking to my customers and doing my thing, 100%.
You're like when you're in the
Right.
zone.
Mhm.
I
Like
think
the-
that's normal though.
yeah,
That's
like
not
the
even
one-
work. That's
even the
just
ones
like,
even the ones I have a relationship with, I don't ever let them like I don't ever get that close because
I got you. I know what you mean.
I've made that mistake. It
'cause
got,
you
it
gotta
got
make a sale. Yeah, it's like
yeah, but like
Yeah.
as soon as that phone hangs up, it's just like fucking like
right
it's
with your
nonsense.
assistant, with your
Yeah.
peers and your coworkers, your Michael or well
Mhm.
Evan, but that's just
Yeah.
funny.
I think Jackie's the same person she is inside and outside. Of
Yeah,
work.
no, she's
she's just like
yeah.
continuity is that's like
Yeah, like I can compartmentalize
sure.
and she cannot, and that's like it's I envy that almost because she can't be another person,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is like
yeah.
which obviously comes in handy at points, right? Whether it be like because you're dealing with trauma or you're just whatever.
Sure. Yep.
But like she can't, like she feels everything and it's always on her sleeve, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's,
Compartmentalization is my greatest asset and my greatest liability, depending on the use case.
yep.
And it's good in the professional life, but it's not.
Astute.
It's not good in other ways. Yeah.
Right.
Good stuff. So they meet in the woods. They're talking. She's like, "Oh, I heard you had a rough couple days." He's like, "Yep." Like he's like kind of make a joke, like things are not good.
So that's where
brain drilled.
yeah,
How are you?
that's where it reminds you it's a comedy. It really is comedy.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
a very comedic conversation.
When I was told about this show by my buddy Chris Farrell, he told me it was a comedy, and I'm watching the first 2 episodes, and I text him, I'm like, "Where's the comedy?"
yeah.
And he was just like, "No, it comes. It's like it's."
See, I don't
like
know if I would
embedded.
describe it as a comedy.
No, I know.
It's like a
It's
thriller.
It's got some.
yeah, it's not a Parks and Rec, but it's also not like it's not as serious as some like you would never see that conversation in other serious dramas.
Maybe it's a dramatic comedy. Right?
Yeah, it's like you don't have to define things, but there is cool that there's room for levity where Mark's like,
Yep.
oh yeah, whatever.
Yep.
So what is the deal with when they finally get to the birthing?
Let's talk about that
Yeah.
for sure. So apparently, James has many bastard children. Apparently, right? So that's a thing.
And women that birth them. I
Yes,
guess.
yes, he has many
Bastards.
flings. He's
Those
just
bastard women.
He's just spread.
Is that what Danny said?
No,
you said he said bastard children, and you were like, and women.
Bastard women.
So it's just like
Oh,
perfectly timed.
He
Those
just
bastard
spreads his,
women.
he spreads his seed willy nilly. Anyway, the dialogue between Miss Cobell and the security
I
guard.
like how we get to the edge and Danny's like, dude, just come back for a second.
Just fucking hit the edit button, like
Yeah.
delete
No,
everything. Everything. Hey, dear AI, everything that Michael said from 48.31 to 52.1, delete.
Wait, Danny, when he thinks you talk to AI, he thinks you
thinks
go,
I'm so-
dear AI.
Dear
Hey,
AI,
old friend. Hey there, old friend.
terminate podcast.
Okay, so yeah. So apparently you were saying Jay Megan has a lot of bastard women.
And when Cobell is talking to the security guard about that department store, whatever, that is literally an episode of The Twilight Zone where the mannequins get to come to life
Yes.
for a night.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
and
what is?
If you, I never
I'll
watched
get
the
to that.
Twilight Zone. That's
I never.
No,
I got it.
but in this
Okay.
show, mannequins didn't come to life. What are you saying?
so.
Okay, the code word so that she can get let through to the security guard. The words they're saying is literally a Twilight Zone episode.
Which is what? What was
It's
the
a
word?
reference. It's a nod.
It's a nod. It's a nod to the.
What was the phrase or whatever?
I will tell you. Hold on.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I like that.
So, but
Cobell,
like I'm
Birthing
I'm
Cabin.
confused about the whole like.
Oh, so when you enter the cabin, you're
Yes.
severed. Yeah.
So so what is that? Because I thought that the elevator was what makes them go into their separate
in the
form.
build in Lumen.
There's
Right.
multiple
So
places. Yeah.
I, it's just a door, but it wasn't this all happening?
Also makes
from
me think Bert's a hitman.
wasn't this happening from the control room? Didn't we
Dude,
say that we thought
Yeah.
that or no?
So I didn't agree with that But you guys did say it's a manual process, but it isn't.
It's not. I think that was wrong.
Because that means someone would have had to see Mark walk in and press
True.
a button.
You're right.
I
You're
think that was wrong.
right.
So it cannot be a manual process.
Myth
It's
busted.
in the dorm frame or
Yes.
whatever the fuck it is. You
A,
go through it.
a manual process is to turn on the overnight contingency or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
it's called,
the Glasgow
overtime.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. So it's like when he becomes any Mark in that scene in that transformation, like, so does any Mark remember as much as Audi Mark now remembers of any Mark? Do you know what I mean by that or no?
Yeah, no, they're still. He's basically severed. Still, he doesn't. Really
the
know.
left
Right.
side.
So the Audi, like Mark the Audi, Mark Scott,
Adam Scott. No.
Adam Scout, Marky baby, the Audi one. He knows both existences. He knows both existences, but the any Mark S only knows
The
Innie.
Innie does not know he's severed or he's reintegrating.
Okay, that's my question.
Right. You're right.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, that's why he's so confused when he walks through the door as Innie. He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
And that's the weird part where Devin was like, "That's the one."
I got a weird vibe from Devin in that scene, and I'm like, "What is happening?"
She's like, "Oh, you got
this weird smirk on her face."
Weird smirk, and that she knew everything. Like she wasn't like her regular self, where she's not like confused, or she's just like, "Oh yeah, you're."
Well, maybe he just did that.
Yeah,
maybe he tried to leave and then.
That's what everyone said. Like, oh, they're just showing you stuff off, not showing you stuff off camera.
Yeah,
you know,
but regardless, how she acted was a little unsettling. I'm not saying she's looming, she's this, she's that, but like it made me feel different feels.
People are talking about that same thing about the difference between the manual switch, the overtime contingency. Like, not all birthing cabins sever you.
Right, because Devin was in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that one. It's the one she saw that woman go into.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That woman was severed. That's how it set it all up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But what are they saying? It's not manual, right? Or some of them are manual?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, like the contingencies, like the other.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what the other like 6 options are yet, right? Correct? Because remember on that switchboard, it was like overtime contingency, and then there was like 6 other words. Right? What were those things? We haven't learned any more about that.
Yeah,
there's 6 other modes.
When he said when he killed Innie Irving, did he say on the walkie-talkie or the phone like one of those things? Right? He said close the Glasgow box. Did he say Glasgow box again in the snow? Do you remember Milchek he was like on the phone or the?
Yeah, when Helly was changing from Helly to Helena, that was called the Glasgow block.
Yeah, but then when they killed Innie Irving, basically didn't he, or maybe he didn't say something?
No, he didn't say.
Because they changed. He said, "Innie Irving, you're fired. You're never going to exist."
And
then so here's a detailed breakdown of the other contingencies. You got Beehive, branch transfer, clean slate, elephant,
slate,
freeze frame, Glasgow. There you go. Could send severed people into comas or disable the automatic switch between Innie and Audi. There you go.
Okay, we don't know the other ones.
Goldfish, lullaby, and open house.
I mean, you can infer some of them, I guess, but clean slate seems like they erase your brain or something. I can't believe Michael's looking stuff up. First of all,
I know, pretty good, but I can't see you guys. How do you do both those things?
I have 8 screens, but
I have 3.
But we also should.
We're a Chrome tab, so we keep moving.
Yeah.
I mean, we should talk instead of just read.
Yeah. Yep. I was trying to find that dialogue of what
she said. Whatever. But it was Twilight Zone.
It's an homage to the Twilight Zone, and in that episode, the mannequin goes to a floor and gets to become alive for a night.
Oh,
and then she goes to a different floor and then realizes that all of the other mannequins are just mannequins. That she is a mannequin. She realizes that she's a mannequin.
Yeah.
So it's literally Severance in a Twilight Zone episode.
That's cool.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool. And then I think that's how we ended. Obviously,
he's about to talk to Cobell. So
he's about.
Is she finally gonna give him anything like that?
And the shot of her in front of the fire, like she's the fucking demon. That was scary.
It's like it reminded me of what's it called? What's that movie with Al Pacino?
Yeah, when he's the devil.
Yeah, when he's the devil.
Keanu Reeves, right?
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
No.
Oh, it's not that one.
No.
Oh.
I mean, it might be, but
No,
I don't think so. I really don't. Actually, maybe. Fuck.
I think it is the devil's
Is it?
advocate, dude. I think
Because
it is.
Keanu's a lawyer, aka his
Yeah.
advocate. Yeah, devil's
Yeah,
advocate.
that's just too punny for me. Ugh.
Yeah, yikers.
That's
Great episode. Great episode.
right. So something interesting about the shot with Cobell in front of the fire. Danny's trying to wrap it up, so we get to sleep token, by the way. But
Damn right.
like they don't usually do shots like that. Like it was so produced and like I don't know. Like it was supposed to be different.
Well, like I said, ultimate setup episode. Like nothing really happened, but a lot happened. But also,
wait, a lot happened.
Yes, in my opinion, after my first digestion of the episode, I was like, this is just bullshit. They're just setting up. But then I didn't realize, that they kind of wrapped up Devin, they kind of wrapped up Irving,
right? And the kid and Milchek continues his thing. I mean, I know
Miss Huang wasn't a big part of the story for me.
Yeah. It's setting the table.
Yeah, it's setup episode.
What was it? Breaking Bad or Sopranos? It was cool. They used to do their penultimate episode was their essentially finale, and then their finale was just like their after. Like just like that's how most movies do it. The arc is like Act 2 is like the thing, and then Act 3 is like how do people now exist after a huge thing. And I forget if it was Sopranos or Breaking Bad, but it was cool because you didn't have to wait till the finale and there was no cliffhangers. It was like big thing happened episode 9, and then here's the fallout, or here's how they're doing it. Anyway, okay, Danny, we got some time. All right,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, well, we got 500.
We're not talking lore. We're gonna give this a shot, right? We're just going into this.
Well, tell me what we are supposed to do.
I'm scared. React.
One, you guys like music. 2, Sleep Token has obviously become a little bit of a phenomenon. Like to what we were texting about, their new single being #1 on the charts. They're not mainstream. Like Sleep Token is not a mainstream band in any way, shape, or form. No way, not a mainstream band. Which is why it's crazy why they're beating Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's hit that they just put out.
So you're saying like they have such a cult fan base that all of their cult fans, even though a minority, beats #1. Like I don't get how it works if they're not mainstream.
No, I think it's just the people just discovering them and then falling in love with them.
Like where was their last single? Like was their last single like
2023 when they released an album? When they haven't released an album since 2023. Okay.
So all the what do we call
the
them?
Sleepheads, the token boys,
the Tokites. What do you call it? There's got to be a name for you.
What are you?
They're called worshipers.
Worshipers.
There you go. See, there was something. He was right.
Yeah.
We'll do a reaction video just to worshipers.
Yeah. I'll be back in 23 minutes.
No, but I wanted to capture the depth of like the versatility. That's really what I think is what makes Sleep Token so cool. They don't stick in one area, and I wanted to capture that in the songs that I chose.
I keep having a weird thought that like we were in your car and you played them for me at one point.
No, we were outside. When I visited you and I was outside in August, I showed you them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And luckily for you, my memory
don't remember.
is fucking terrible.
That's how good they were.
I think he was just humoring me. I think
he humors. He's a good.
Yeah, he was just humoring me.
I'm a humorer.
He's just like, Danny, I don't listen to metal anymore. I'm like, okay, bro, but like this is more than that. Stop it, Michael.
You're like they transcend genre, bro.
So that just as a preface.
Yeah. First one was I like the first one.
Yep.
This is what I'm worried about in this whole thing.
Okay.
Right? Is that it's the grandness of the thing, and you won't understand it till you listen to the 8 albums and read the comic book about like
I got you.
Like good band.
I like that piece of it.
You should show me a song, and then you're like, oh damn, that was fucking good.
So show us that song right now.
Go for it.
I have 5, but yeah.
Oh god.
But show us.
How long are we gonna be?
I don't know.
For another 23 minutes.
I don't know. All right. You ready? All right, let's do this.
I'm ready.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Thomas terrified.
Nah, dude. Stop it. All right, let's see. I want to do this. Does this look good?
I like the other one better.
You like the
And not
you
just
like,
because
you like
you
this.
can't-
This is good. This is
I
good.
like this
This is
better.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what the volume. Wanted the lyrics up for you guys, but
Oh, make it louder. I don't know if you just lowered it, but make it louder.
I didn't.
I do like this.
Huh?
I do like it.
Fuck yes. I fucking knew it.
It sounds like it's in a hallway.
sick.
It sounds like in a hallway right
It's
now.
like gospel Red Sparrows kind of deal.
Yeah. I think when we talk, maybe it lowers, but I still hear it, but it's lower.
Okay.
Raise it.
Daniel,
Raise it.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't hear it. I wonder how loud this is in his house right now.
You are a garden entwined with all. You are the silent.
I like the music.
Oh, you don't like his voice? I think his
Well,
Fatigue, my love, so take a bite of me. Just once, I want to turn the page once again. Oh.
He's very sexually singing.
Yeah.
Are we all hard? 'Cause we're just
Dude, I think his voice is complicated.
The music is sick. That was a little weird vocally.
Yeah. It would be probably better if I wasn't reading it too. I almost don't want to know what he's saying.
Take a bite of me, baby.
Take a bite of me.
Well, it's literally called The Offering, but whatever.
How do we watch them? I think we should be watching them, like maybe a music video, because that's part of the thing, right?
Your favor, a sacrifice in your name, but I know you've got a taste, so just take a bite of me. Turn the page once again.
I like sometimes when he's singing, and then other times I don't. It's versatile. It's dynamic, at least, right?
Yeah, it is. It's dynamic. It's also very sexual for no reason.
It starts very sexual. I do like when he went high. That was cool.
Yep.
That was cool.
But then he keeps saying, like, take a bite of him? What? Like, what is...
That like vampires?
I think he's a vampire.
Yeah.
He's the offering, right? It's-
Is that the song? No.
We have 18 more minutes of this one.
We've got to figure something out about the volume though. 'cause it's like-
Yeah, it's just getting suppressed.
It's like really in the background. Sounds like he's in a hallway right now. The music is pretty good.
Dude, the music is sick. I like the darkness. Like you said, it's like Red Sparrows. It's almost like Circa Survive, like a darkness. Like, or this band, The Animals. I forget actually.
Sound of Animals Fighting?
Yeah, it's Sound of Animals Fighting.
I mean,
a little bit.
this is going to be totally not the same, but like, this is how I feel about Dave Matthews.
What is happening?
Exactly.
Danny,
I
that is
knew
your
that.
clip. That's
Not-
your clip.
It's a hot take, but it's also not because
Wait.
everybody in that band is a phenomenal musician. I cannot stand his voice. I cannot listen to his voice. But instrumentally, everybody is really good, and people love going to his concerts. They
All
also like Dave Matthews.
It fades out from there.
You see that video of Dave Matthews like going crazy on stage, and it's like the meme is like he has no song that ever should make him dance like this.
Wait, what song was it though?
Like I don't even know, but he's like going nuts. And they're
Dude,
like, "What?"
So
Dave
the Dave Matthews like faithful, whatever you want to call him. Like my brother's got like what songs he's heard live in concert, like how many like there's like a he's got like his
a
own,
worshiper.
it's like a Google Drive devoted to Dave Matthews, like what songs he's heard. Like, dude, it's
so Danny, that was like music, really. Like I was digging it. Still digging it.
And then he opened his mouth.
It's weird, right? No, I don't know.
Well,
I'm not gonna pull punches. I don't like the vocals at all. The music is sick.
I also like music I listen to, people don't get that I like vocals on the music I listen to. Whether it be like screaming vocals or like super whiny vocals,
sure.
know. So like
hashtag Bob Jeans.
Yeah, or like whatever.
In the is a preference.
Yeah, no, that's why I can relate to like liking vocals that other people don't. You know.
Yeah.
So
for me, Vessel's voice is intoxicating. I think.
Is that the lead singer's name?
That's his name. Yeah, his name's Vessel.
That was an amazing sentence. Yo, you totally.
There's something about his voice when I hear it.
His voice is intoxicating.
See, yeah, dude, you're fully in. It's amazing to see this. It's so sick. But do you remember that? You know, La Dispute, right, Danny?
Yeah,
that screamo band. Like he also has like a unique voice that I got intoxicated into. But so I can relate. I just can't hear it with that guy yet. Maybe
I honestly do want to see the next song you're gonna play. Can we get either a live performance or the music video?
We should see this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now we're gonna love it.
Now we're talking.
I'm gonna worship his everything. Why, dude? This is Saw. This is Saw 8.
No. He says no. Feel my stars align again. Even if the earth breaks like burnt skin, and the heavens just won't open up for me, would you invite me in again?
He does sound better
Won't
here.
you pay for your arrogance? Won't you show me your weakness?
This is like R&B.
I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I can't win.
I hear the English accent.
Yep.
I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you.
You think he's ugly? Why do you do the mask?
No.
They all do.
We know who he is
right?
now. No, he's a normal looking dude.
Oh, you see his face?
Play.
The people's fucking the internet, man.
They found him.
They fucked it up. They fucked it up.
Wow.
And somewhere,
There you go.
somewhere the atoms stopped fusing.
It's like a ballad,
I'm still
right?
your favorite regret. You're still my weapon of choosing, and out there,
This is pretty emo, Michael.
stuck in a quantum pattern.
I just feel like I'm listening to a completely different band.
Yes, which is maybe Danny's point.
I like this better than
Yes, the first song was
Wanna
rough.
be
This is pretty good.
forgiven. I wanna choke up chunks of my own sin.
like I thought it was just an intro, and I was ready to be like.
cracks in
And
morning.
then he just started.
He's
like
like,
this.
Bite me.
Yo,
that's what it was.
It was a curveball, dude.
That was so good. I did not expect
my
that.
arrogance.
This song's good though. Like,
Won't you
he's talented
show
motherfucker.
me your
This is like
weakness?
Adele. almost.
Daniel, is his name Leo?
I made loving you
Danny's so
a
mad.
blood
Danny's
so
sport.
mad.
I made loving you
I'm gonna look up this
a blood
motherfucker's face.
sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I can't win. I make loving you a blood sport. I make loving you a blood sport. I make loving you a blood sport. I can win. And somewhere the atoms stopped fusing. I'm still your favorite regret, and you're still my weapon of choosing. And out there, stuck in the quantum pattern, tangled with what I never said. You say it doesn't matter.
I feel like I'd rather see his face. He's like super good. Like
He's so good.
It'd be cool just to see his face.
Well, if you want, that is fucking Michael told you.
No, like while performing. Like it would be cool to like see him perform. Like
you could also just Google what does Vessel look like, and I can't.
No, in this video, I want to see like you see people's face and their emotion when they sing and.
Sure. Well, the cool thing is, with each album, his mask has been evolving and it's kind of playing into the lore. So like more gets exposed as the evolution of the story. Okay. All right, I'm gonna skip song 3 because it was more like song 1, and I don't.
Please skip it.
Okay, so this is my favorite song. This is the first song I heard from them. Like this is how I found them on TikTok, and it was it was incredible. Anyway. This is my favorite song ever.
See, this is hard when you're asked to react to something that you passionately like.
You may not like it, dude. It's fine. It is not going to offend me in any way.
I know, but you say it's fine, but you're like, this is my entire life. No. Yeah, it's hard. I'm just saying.
No. It's fine.
Okay. I'm obviously love Jimmy Eat World more than either of you, and like that's weird to some people. Like that, I think that they're
we talked about that.
Also, right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like fucking Billy Joel.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, Piano Man coming to town, dude.
Just run it back, give me 5 whole minutes. I am fixed out on the inside, burning. I've got a ghost in the hallway, grinning, and a heavy head that won't stop turning. If my fate is a bad collision, and if my mind is an open highway, give me the twilight two-way vision. Give me one last ride on a sunset skylake. Call me when you get the chance. I can feel the walls around.
This is cool.
No coder, dude.
Just running forward, alive like wires as I see the past on an empty ceiling. I play along with the life signs anyway, but oh to God, you don't know this feeling. Yet in reverse, you were on my symmetry. A parallel I would lay my life on. So if your wings won't find you heaven, I will bring it down like an ancient bygone. Call me when you have the time. I just need to leave this part of me behind.
It reminds me of
Do you remember me?
That part. There you go.
When the rain gathers, and do you still believe that nothing else matters for me?
What does it remind you of, Michael?
That part that they cut to, One Vision by Queen.
Oh yeah.
Like the intro to that song.
It is rock opera-ish.
Yeah. Actually, there's a little bit of that just in general that like kind of Queen influence.
Yes, which goes with the whole fucking lore and showmanship and shit.
I know the night belongs to you.
See, why did it just get lower right there?
It's just
No one was talking. That's so weird.
yeah. I don't know. What part did you hear on TikTok? Do you hear like a 30-second clip of this song on TikTok and you're hooked, or like what was it? Yeah, that part.
This song's pretty good.
This is a cool part. The bridge of every song is like the best part.
Yeah.
It's from any band.
From any song ever made. I could see this playing so well in an arena. This is a big band. This is a big. It's like a big Coheed. Sometimes I could tell it's so big.
By the way, did you see that Coheed's getting the key to the city?
For Nyack?
Nyack.
Oh, when? That's so
so
cool.
cool.
I just saw it today. I don't know when, but
Because they just filmed their new music video in Olives. I had no idea.
It's fucking crazy.
That's cool.
Crazy that the band from New York is going to get the key to the Nyack City.
I know.
Remember when they did that
I
10
know,
years ago?
I
That's
know.
fucking, come on.
So that song is the last song on the third album, kind of closing out that arc, and that end melody is the opening melody of the first song on the first album. So
That's
they kind
pretty
of
cool.
bring it
On
really,
the fourth album, you mean?
No. That outro melody on the third album.
Oh, it's the first
intro melody on the first album. So
That's
like
pretty cool.
when they do the show, they start with the first song and end on that. It's just like a complete.
So
story.
I have a question. Is every album kind of like all different types of genres, or like
Yes.
did they get heavier as they went on, or is it not like that at all?
This is I only have one more song. This is the latest single, the one that hit number one.
Oh, good song to end on. Oh, good curation of the experience here. I mean, you could have started us off with something
Each
less
album has their
sexual.
song,
That first one was
We all started off rock hard, and we didn't know why, and everyone's confused now.
Yeah. So the
He's like-
album, not every song has heavy bits, as you heard, like Euclid. That's like a ballad to me. I don't think that's like
The
a
one
metal
on the
song.
piano, just piano, that song was really good.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
my favy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, all right, we got one more. You just got that.
You don't feel like
What?
I feel as a totality the song is dynamic and cool.
Mhm.
But I feel like this sometimes where like the guitar parts are so generic, like whether it be
Sure.
like bar chords or whatever it is, it's just like dun, 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 like
Yeah.
like it's like 1-2 notes. I don't
Again,
know.
I'm curating songs. If you want to see the full range of everybody, the albums are. I feel like that the albums are set up in a way to showcase everybody. But
Right.
if anything, I think the drums is the feature. Obviously, Vessel is the feature, but the drum is the feature on any track. And
Yeah.
this will kind of. I think this will.
All
All right, so that band I showed you when we were in Vegas, Bill Murray. They're called Bill Murray. I do want to show you them. This is nothing like Sleep Token. I think you guys will really like them. Anyway, they have a saxophone player. And so Sleep Token, during their European leg of their tour, were just like, Bill Murray, specifically, Bill Murray, do you want to come tour with us? Like, Sleep Token didn't need a headliner. They were like, come play with us. And Bill Murray's like, fuck yeah. Like, it was such a cool invitation. So they're playing the European leg of the tour. And Bill Murray has a sax player, and her name is Gabby Rose. And they must have got her to do that recording on that track. And so
Oh, that's cool.
That's why his saxophone's on the track. So they were like touring together, and then she got to play on that track. Anyway, so what do we think?
Dude, you like him so much. I love it.
I do like him so much. I know.
Yeah.
Obviously, any of these songs, the guitar I think is generic. There are songs where they're not generic, I guess, more technical. But it's hard. I curated 4 songs that are like 30.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, and I mean they have a wide range. I don't.
Yeah, they're proggy, they're metal, they're R&B. There's
I guess there is no identity. Is that part of like the thing about them? Like
That's
that?
the
it's just unpredictable. They're just unpredictable. Like I have no idea what this. They're now signed with RCA Records, so I guess back to Tom's. I guess that is mainstream if you think about it. Like now they're signed to RCA.
Right now they're mainstream. Yeah, they're not.
So like that's their first track signed with RCA. I think you could hear it. I feel like you could hear it in the production a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like
for sure.
I mean, it sounded similar to that first song's production. Though, what album was that from?
The first song is the first album.
I think the last song is more polished. I think. I mean, it was hard for us to hear, but
yeah.
That's a good point. Maybe that's why we felt sexually accosted because the vocals were like louder than everything, and it were really up in your face.
See, that's what I've learned about myself is like I like bands that aren't vocally driven. Because I don't know why. But you know what I mean? Like
I'm always listening to.
You mean like a balance between all the pieces of the band? You're saying like
yeah. So most pop, like every pop, a band is vocally driven.
Sure.
And then obviously like with
hardcore
screamo, they're an instrument, right?
Yes.
And like it's I don't know.
No, I mean I'm God, I mean the last couple of songs that we wrote, like as a band, whatever you want to call us, like we were literally putting the lyrics on the songs like as we were getting ready to record them. That's even further than like most bands nowadays write the music first and then write the lyrics. But like we didn't even have the lyrics, and we're like, let's record these songs. Like
any song that we've ever recorded, it was always instrumental, and then Bartley
that's what I'm saying. Later. But like then it got even worse. We're like, we don't even know what we're going to be saying until we go to record it. Like, what is that? Because the music is so tight. We're like, let's record this. You write some lyrics? No, I'll write some tonight. Like what?
Yeah.
As opposed to
that being the feature.
John Lennon writing "Let It Be." And then like, oh, we're gonna write a song.
Songwriting is so songwriting is so hard.
Yeah. Like, what is
it's not just the notes you choose. What?
I was like, I'm wondering their process.
What his process is?
They each write a song individually, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna just.
Well, there's the theme. He's been following the theme. I would say, I don't know. If you're gonna if you're gonna listen to it, then I'd rather you just kind of experience it yourself. But this theme, Emergence is thematically different than the rest of the other 3 albums. So I don't know how he's going to draw his inspiration now.
Okay.
It was a lot more obvious in his previous albums how he was drawing inspiration.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd ever listened to them.
Oh, all right.
And again, I feel like a dick, but I just don't know.
I like metal, and I like heavier stuff, but I like how he has the soft elements. I like the rap elements.
They're not metal to me.
Yeah, me neither.
They're not metal to me.
But again, we listen to 4 songs.
The metal, sure.
It's all relative, but like, go listen to Soilwork, the Chain Heart Machine. That's that's a metal album.
His vocals were like I said, like good, like not metal. Like
I didn't show you any of his screaming tracks. His screaming,
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
his screaming is fucking serious. Oh, it's fucking devastating.
All right, maybe we'll do an hour and a half of his screaming tracks then.
I'll give you a song if you want to listen to it. You listen on your own with the fucking headphones, and you see if you fucking like it. But,
so I'm wondering, actually, I do have a question. Like, when you're playing, and don't make fun of me, assholes. When you're playing a track on the computer, is it picking up the audio from your microphone, or is it going directly into the output of this podcast? That's a serious question.
Okay. Okay. For the podcast, the
like
audio,
the video you just, the video.
It's not coming through my microphone. It is being captured directly on the PC.
So that music was not coming out in your office there.
No.
Then why is it so? Because it sounded like
for you, it sounded completely normal for me. I think it's being compressed through software to you.
Yes. I used to deal with this in my job. So like some apps, only let you do audio one way at a time.
Yeah. Well, we got to figure that out because our
Yeah.
three viewers,
Or
are
we
gonna-
don't. I
But,
mean,
but when you stop recording, if you guys hang out for 2 seconds, it renders each of our sources individually. Everything that I screen shared, everything that you screen shared,
oh, that's great.
it's saved as an individual source. So you have the source material. So I don't have to use
Okay,
the embedded feature.
that's cool.
Cool.
So like there will be a full screen video of Tom that renders,
Yeah.
full screen video of Michael.
Yes.
Like not
so if
just
you want to edit it, you can.
correct.
Okay, so we should wrap this up, but just upcoming, we are going to try
You
to
want to do a
record.
emergency episode?
Yeah,
Is
we're
what
going to do an
talking-
emergency pod on the finale of Severance, which is
We'll do it this-
fucking tomorrow night at 9
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah,
So
That
it's
is amazing. I'm
There
staying
will
awake.
be spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched it by the time the pod comes out.
Yeah, I mean that there'll be a million pods about it, so fuck it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We have The Last of Us coming up. I'm excited about more
Yep.
Daredevil to talk about. Excited about.
And then we have a few. So Michael and I are going away in 2 weeks to see practice round of the Masters.
Okay.
So that'd be cool to recap. I'm gonna take a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
video. I'm gonna like record all around.
Yeah,
I
Tom, you're gonna be. I mean, I have this fucking JVC from like 15 years ago. It's this big, and it's
Dude, I don't want to know.
No, I'm just saying. So you're gonna be tasked with taking a lot of
Yeah,
pictures there.
I don't
Okay.
wanna-
You bringing the GoPro, or you have like your actual film camera?
I'm bringing
Tom's got
mics. I'm bringing GoPros. I'm bringing my DSLR because we're gonna
perfect.
record. We're playing 4 rounds on pretty historic courses before, so I'm gonna record all those.
4 rounds.
Or maybe more, but yeah. So I'm gonna record all those, make an edit, and then we could like play it here if we want to like recap. The
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
that'd be
Fuck
fucking
yeah,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
I want to know. Obviously, I've sat next to like scratch golfers and see like watching a scratch golfer hit a ball is unlike anything I've ever seen because I don't hit a ball like that.
And then you go
When
watch
you
the
see a
pros
pro,
do
like
it.
the actual trajectory of a pro shot is, and like how they could shape. I want to know what
So
that.
the
experience was like.
the most immediate thing you notice is that everything comes out of a lower window. Like a pro's trajectory,
And just like it
it's
rises
so much
up.
lower and piercing. Well, no, if you want to have more, so when a ball rises like that, that means there's a lot of spin on it.
Spin. Yeah,
That's what's making it rise like that. So actually, like when you see their drivers go, it's actually in the air pretty quickly, but it just doesn't come down for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Like
I think
Bryson's gonna be there. This is a major, right? So Bryson will be there. The live golfers will be there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm
and-
watching
and-
full swing
and-
now, and now they're like really getting
yeah.
the majors. They're getting more integrated, and it's becoming
Yeah.
more competitive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The majors have always not been separated. They've
No.
the whole time have been all the. big conferences.
I thought
Well,
they did separate for a little bit.
to his credit, when it initially happened, they were like,
Are
are they going
their tour cards?
They
Yeah.
didn't let
But
him
they were on. They've never not been in the Masters.
right, but they talked about it.
yes,
because
they
it was
talked about it.
before that.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Got
are
it,
they
got it,
going
got
to be?
Yeah.
I thought there was a period of time where live golfers were not allowed to play in majors.
But you know what? Luckily for the whole situation, the Masters is the first major, and
Yeah.
they've always been their own thing, like
Yes.
Augusta. So
Yeah,
they set the precedent. What if the PGA?
Look
What's
how
it called?
happy he is.
PGA
Well, no,
Championship.
what if the PGA Championship was first? It could have been a different narrative. That's
Oh yeah. Even though the PGA doesn't own that one either.
yeah, they do.
No,
It's
Is it always at
PGA and
Pinehurst?
USGA partners, right?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Wiki.
No,
Oh, but
no.
while you look that up, the other thing I noticed if you're next to a pro golfer, besides the lower window, like the thing you notice right away is that they're really hot.
Yeah.
You're like good-looking people. You
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I just
So
noticed
we're
that.
we're gonna miss, unfortunately, seeing Tiger Woods hit a golf. Tom, have you seen
Scotty,
him?
baby. I don't care. I'm
No,
seeing Scotty.
Scotty
I-
Sheffield.
No, I mean obviously yes.
Even Bryson.
I'm
are you
trying
not,
to
is Bryson
be
on the
positive.
list for you guys of like somebody you want to see? hit
It's
a
on
ball?
Michael's list.
Oh, it is.
No, there's a lot of really good stuff that we're gonna see, but like
Rory, Scotty.
It kind of shifted to Scotty after Tiger's out, but yeah, I mean we
Yeah.
could bounce around now. But I
Oh,
do
who
wanna
you
see
want? Who
Scotty.
you want to follow?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Scotty is the closest thing to Tiger that has
Sure.
been, and I don't
Yeah.
want to miss it.
Tom, you're right. The
Yeah.
profession it's run by the PGA of America, not the PGA Tour. It's the Professional Golfers Association of America.
Right. So all majors are independent of the tour,
Yeah.
which is why the tour is kind of scared because they don't even own
Yeah.
any of the majors.
Oh,
Yeah. So like they don't have that much leverage, and it's why they're succumbing to live.
blending the
That's not the right
player
word.
fields. Yeah, blending
Yeah,
the player field. Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
we gotta end it, boys.
Yeah. All right, episode 3. I appreciate you guys. Seriously, I appreciate you taking some time to listen to Sleep Token.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have
Excited to talk about the finale.
Me too. But how sick would that be if we both come on in a week and have masks and we're worshippers? Because we fucking love it
Well,
so
dude,
much.
I hope somebody. Well, when I put this out, obviously, when I put tags and shorts, I hope someone hits me up about the mask. The dude who made this mask is a dude locally. Like we met him in person. Like he makes these. You can't find them anywhere. Like Etsy, no one is
Oh.
making these masks. So I would be super happy to plug him because
That's cool.
yeah, like
For
no
sure,
one is.
yeah.
You can't buy these fucking masks. Like they're fucking anyway. All
That's
right,
okay.
so we'll decide when we're gonna film episode 4 for Sevi, but.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
I think
Alright.
it's got to be Friday. Saturday, I'm gonna pack and shit. So
Bye.
bye.
Wait.